Hello everyone and welcome to episode 11 of All the Mods 3. So this episode we are going to fight the Chaos Guardian because I need the Chaos Shards in order to make the All the Mods star, which allows us to make creative items in this mod pack. We are going to need a lot of Chaos Shards, I think at least 60 of them, so we have to fight 12 Chaos Guardians. Don't worry, we are not going to fight the Chaos Guardians in this armor. This is just for decorations and for my armor collection. Let's get down to business. So this is my armor collection. I put it in the hallway of the pyramid, and I also made a nano suit from Industrial Craft 2 and a quantum suit. We just put them here. Okay, and this one. Yep. Well, I also made other armors from different mods like the Twilight Forest, Botania, and also Nuclear Craft. Some of them are really funny. This is my favorite one. Let me show you. It looks very funny. So let's get down to business. We are going to need Wyvern armor, and the most difficult part of the Wyvern armor is the Wyvern chestplate because it needs an angel ring, and angel rings have been tweaked in this mod pack, so it has a very complicated recipe. And well, I think we should start here. So we need some lassos and a cursed lasso, as well as some cages for the parrots. Oh, they don't stack. Okay, nice. So let's go collect our animals. I'm still looking for a bat. I hate bats. I don't know why we need bats in lassos and in syringes and yeah. So our bat is done. With the perks that we have from Astral Sorcery, I have a small problem with the ghasts. When I punch them to reduce them to 2 hearts, they just die. So I have to wait for them to shoot each other and then reduce the health. Maybe I can capture one in a lasso. It would be lovely. Come on. Yes, we have one. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So let's kill the other ones. So for the parrots, apparently we give them seeds, and when they're friends, we put them in a cage. And 3 cages in a crafting grid will give us a pair. Parrot array including redundancy. That was the most technical term I read in Minecraft. So 2 ender stars, 1 wings of the bat, 1 jetpack, and 1 armored jetpack. And of course 2 resonating gems. And finally we have our angel ring. So we can go ahead and craft the armor. For me personally, this is going to be the most boring part of the game because I require to do a lot of fusion crafting, and I only have 1 set of fusion crafting devices. I tried to install another one, but it doesn't work, it doesn't charge up. I use cryo stabilized flux duct, I use quantum entangler porters, and for some reason it's not working. So I only have 1 set to work with, and it's going to be very time consuming for me. So some awakened cores. And okay, yeah, it's charging. Draconic helmet, Draconic chestplate, Draconic leggings, and of course the boots. So now that we have all the armor parts, we are going to need to upgrade them, and it's going to take a lot of resources and take a lot of time. Okay, so it's not that bad. This one is bad because it needs 256 million RF per upgrade. I also need to make a Draconic Staff of Power. I don't know why, but we'll make it anyway because I'm not a fan of fusion crafting and I prefer to finish everything in one go. Alright guys, I'm having a small problem, and that is I don't have any more Draconium. The problem is that right now we are only doubling the ore. We are not using fortune on it, we're just putting it in a induction smelter with a sand, so it just gives us 2 ingots. If we use pyrotium and rich slag and cinnabar, then we get 4 ingots per ore, and that is something that we should do. So how many rich slags do we have? We have plenty. So my idea is that we will redirect the Draconium ore into another ender chest, which I have prepared, and then we are going to process it with pyrotium. This way we will double our production and it should be fine. So I just need a retriever and we should be good to go. And it's raining. Awesome. So this is going to be a relatively easy setup because we already have most of the infrastructure. I am just going to make an augment for the pyrotium. It's called pyro condensator or something. Anyway, so the augments, some speed augments, and we are going to need to hook up the pyrotium. We are already making pyrotium because for the flamethrowers outside, we're not using the flamethrowers that much, so this should be enough. And you should be getting pyrotium, right? If I configure you, yeah. That is good. So we just need to export rich slag. I can also use a capacity card in this export bus, and we can also export cinnabar, but for now, yes, rich slag is fine. If we run low, I will also add cinnabar. So I need some acceleration cards, and we should be good to go. And yeah. Well, it's working fast enough. It's okay. And our Draconium is slowly but surely climbing up again. We never finished decorating the base, so everything looks very ugly. I just wanted to show you what I had in mind when I made these arrangements. So my idea was that we are going to put black concrete there, I missed one spot, and we are going to cover it with dark glass. I am not sure if it will look nice. So yeah, it's too dark. Well, it's better than that one. Let's try another one. So another option is clear glass from Tinker's Construct, and I am not sure which one I'm going to use. Dark glass still looks slightly better. We'll see. So I am also going to make 64 blocks of Awakened Draconium, and it's going to take a very long time, but since I'm going out for coffee with my friends, I thought I can just AFK. And this is so slow. I know that upgrading the wireless relays will help, but I don't know by how much. It's fine. Well, I can AFK, it's not a problem. Alright guys, I'm back from the coffee and we ran into another problem. The ore miners from environmental tech are gathering a lot of resources, and my processing power is not that fast. So we are getting a backlog in the ender chest, and there's an overflow of items. So I added another row of mechanism devices. It's exactly the same setup as last one, but this should help the backlog. Will it? Yeah. I hope it does. Because we're not getting that much overflow anyway. It's literally the exact setup. I just added another row. Now it's time to make the Draconic Staff of Power. I have already made all the components that we're going to need, and we are going to start with a Draconic Sword. As you know, I already have a fully upgraded Draconic Sword. It's at Draconic level as well. So the reason that I'm making another one is that I don't want to just go around walking around our world with a Draconic Staff of Power, because it has a huge mining range. It's 13 by 13 by 13 at maximum level, and I don't want to accidentally make a huge hole. I'm just making it for fighting the Chaos Guardian, and after that we're just going to put it in an ender chest, and we're not going to use it for anything special. That's the reason. And the Staff of Power. Oh yeah. So now that we have all the equipment that we're going to need, it's time to apply the upgrades. We have 12 upgrades in total. Of course, not all of them will be applied because we already did the bow, so we have 9 left. Some of them have to be applied several times, like the RF capacity. So I have to make a calculation, and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, I am back and I did some calculations, and I thought I'll wear my stupid glasses in order to draw your attention to the calculations. They were not very fun, so let's see. As we know, for one Draconic core you need 4 Draconium ingots. That's fine, that's easy, that's cheap. For a Wyvern core you need 5 Draconic cores and 18 Draconium ingots. That's still doable, it's not that expensive, it's fine. But for one Awakened core, you are going to need 11 Wyvern cores and 36 Draconium ingots. I'm also counting in the Awakened Draconium that we're going to need, so that's already included. So in total, for one Awakened core, we need 454 Draconium ingots. That is a lot. And the fun fact is that I need 38 Awakened cores. That's 17,252 Draconium ingots. So, am I missing something, or are the recipes that crazy? because that's a lot. Anyway, regardless of how crazy the recipes are, we don't have a choice. We are committed and we are going to get our Chaos Shards today. So, let's get on to crafting. And one of the reasons that we're going to need so much Awakened Core is that I am going to make Draconic capacitor banks. So they are very expensive relatively, and I cannot find them here. Anyway, they need a lot of Awakened Cores and a lot of Awakened Draconium, so that's why it's expensive, and I'm going to make 4 of them. I'm a conservative and I don't want to take risks, so I don't want to run low on energy while fighting the Chaos Guardian. So, Draconic Flux capacitors, 4 of them, they were expensive. The capacity is 256 million, so apparently when you upgrade from Wyvern to Draconic, they do not keep the upgrades. So that's one Awakened Core lost. Now that they're super expensive, I'm always worried. I made a chest of the stuff we're going to need to upgrade all of our equipment, and I'll do that and I will bring you back. So, basic upgrade for everything, as you can see. And Wyvern upgrade for everything. And everything is finally at Draconic level, and that took a very long time. But now I'm happy. Some of the upgrades were not necessary, like jump boost. Well, we don't need jump boost when we have flight, but you know, OCD. If all of them are Draconic, and then I put something which is Wyvern or basic, you know, OCD kicks in and it's no longer fun. So we just have to charge up our stuff, and this should be the best place to do it. Why aren't you charging? Okay, yeah. I don't know why. So, we are ready to do the fight. Alright guys, I came to the end, and if you didn't know, the Chaos Guardians spawn in a Chaos Island, which spawns every 10,000 blocks in north, east, south, west directions. So if you fly 10,000 blocks, you will find one. And they're easy to spot, you can't miss them. But you have to wait for them to spawn in because they're super huge and they will be slightly laggy. So I'll go find one and I will bring you back. Alright guys, I finally found a Chaos Island, and we are going to put a location here so that if anything goes wrong we can just teleport back and we will not be dead, hopefully. This fight you have probably seen that several times on YouTube, so I will fast forward through most of it, and besides we are going to kill 12 of them, so there is no point of doing everything. Oh, it's just spawning in, okay. Yeah, you have to wait for some time for it to load because it's a very huge island. Anyway, we have to first destroy the pillars, because as long as the pillars are there you cannot shoot at the dragon. Really? Flags? Okay. Fine. Then after that you can start killing the dragon, and he spawned in. You can dodge the missiles that he shoots at you, but they are homing missiles, so even if he misses they will go fly around until they hit you, or at least hit something. You can destroy the missiles with a bow, so that's also an option, but normally you won't get time to destroy 200 missed missiles, so that's also something to think about. I also remembered that we don't have soulbound in this mod pack, so if I die I have to fly back here, which is not going to be very fun. Anyway, I'll do the fight and we'll see how it goes. And this is the last crystal, so we should be able to shoot him. Oh wow, I'm doing a lot of damage. Oh, he does more, Run, 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 run. I'm actually doing a lot of damage to him. I don't know if it's because of Astral Sorcery, or because my bow is amazing, or they nerfed the guy, or a combination of all three. And we have lag. Okay. Don't die now. Yeah, okay, it's fine. So I don't know what's the reason, but apparently this fight is easier than I remembered. Maybe it's because of Astral Sorcery? I'm not sure. But let's finish the fight. And he's dead, finally. This was easier than I remember. I don't know the reason. Alright guys, when the dragon is dead, you just wait for the lightning to hit the center of the island, and if you dig down, you will reach the island's core, and dig with this, not with your normal pickaxe. And this is the Chaos Crystal. If you break it, it will give you 5 Chaos Shards. So this is why we're going to have to fight 12 Chaos Guardians, because each crystal will give us only... really? They're also down here. Awesome. So let's break it. And when you broke it, just start running away as soon as you have the shards, of course, because there will be a supernova on this island and I don't know if your armor will protect you. I'm not going to take that risk, so I'm running away to the next island. Alright guys, this is the second island and it's loading in. So I'll set up another waypoint here and we should be fine. Since we did the last fight, I don't think it's necessary to go slow motion on this, so I'll fast forward through this fight and the rest of the fights, and if something interesting comes up, I'll bring you back. Well, I also came across an entity with a ship, so we are able to get elytras here. Go away. We need 24 elytras for the ultimate star, and finding them here is also nice. At least we get the opportunity to find a few before we have to start crafting them. There is a recipe which requires abyssal craft, so I don't mind finding 24 elytras instead of going into abyssal craft, but that's based on luck. Well, it seems that I made a small miscalculation, and we don't need 60 chaos shards, we need 120, maybe 110. That's going to be sad. Do you remember when I told you that this fight used to be more difficult? This is what I was talking about. Sometimes he goes in the center of the island and just shoots fireballs. There's nothing you can do, so just dodge them. And it's happening again. Oh god. And the thing that was not supposed to happen, happened. I died. I killed the Chaos Guardian, but the homing missiles hit me when I landed to break the blocks. I have to make another engine ring and fly 60,000 blocks. Alright guys, I am back. I made an engine ring, I traveled 60,000 blocks, I got my stuff. Luckily the Chaos Guardian was already dead, so otherwise I would have had a lot of problems. Getting back my stuff would have been impossible, and I had to make another set of Draconic armor, which is not very fun. Anyway, this is Chaos Guardian number 12. And we need to, apart from this guy, we need 12 more Chaos Guardians. I think I will do the farming off camera because, well, it's not going to be fun for you and it's not going to be entertaining. It's just farming Chaos Guardians, and I will probably die in the process several times. I also looked at the time, and this is almost 20 minutes, so I cannot add anything else to this episode because it will require maybe 10-15 minutes more, and I'm afraid that it will be boring for you. So we just wrap it up now and we start progressing through the mod from the next episode, and we will hopefully make the star very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next episode. Bye bye.